Hello, this is Group 5. I just wanted to provide some feedback for you on your hypothesis and the support that you provided for your hypothesis for Lab 9. So your first one is, on average, the more caffeine per day a student drinks, the higher their GPA. So this is a good, I think this is a good hypothesis. I think the one thing we want to operationalize is what are we defining as more or less caffeine? If someone says, I have a cup and a half and my GPA should be just fine, is that considered more? So we want to operationalize that as well. Otherwise, GPA can be easily found. And I don't know if we're just going to ask students what their GPA is in a survey, or how we're going to determine what the GPA is currently. Is it overall GPA, semester GPA? And so we'll kind of want to fine tune that as well. The more caffeine per day that a person consumes, the less hours of sleep. So I don't know if we want to have folks, again, operationalizing the amount of caffeine. What's more caffeine per day? And is it going to be specific to certain kinds of beverages or any caffeine? So soda, tea, that kind of thing. And so we'll have to maybe just have a survey where it just asks them how many beverages with certain amounts of ounces of caffeine each day they drink. And then how many hours of sleep. So maybe they can track that over the course of a week or something with their Apple Watch or one of their monitoring systems. Or are we just going to have them sort of guess? Because I think that's typically not super accurate. And then on average, students that are upperclassmen or in college are likely to consume more caffeine. I think that'll be pretty easy. You can just make sure that your survey has kind of where they're at in school, so then you can make some comparisons. And again, just operationalizing the caffeine there. I think you have some really good background on this, or support, just in terms of these studies that you outlined in your lab, and that there's all kinds of different effects of caffeine use in terms of people being more alert or less fatigued, or that caffeine consumption can certainly have an impact on a lot of these variables that you're considering for your study. So I think your sources are really wonderful. I think these are spot on. So again, we can talk in the lab meeting. I do want to schedule at least one lab meeting this semester with each lab. So if you haven't already reached out, hopefully you'll do that and find a common time with myself and your group. And we can definitely get something nailed down so we can talk. Okay?